Welcome, boys and girls, to our class. I am Miss Charles, and this is my friend, Charlie. In our lesson today, we are looking at the beginning sound in CVC words. Boys and girls, do you know what are CVC words? Well, we'll find out in this lesson. We will review the consonant sounds t, m, b, n, p, and d. And we will identify each sound at the beginning of CVC words. So, what are CVC words? Well, boys and girls, CVC words are words that are made up of a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. So, here are our vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. And here are our consonants: B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So, in this first part of our lesson, I am going to model or show you how we identify the beginning sound in our CVC words. So I invite you to sit back and listen as I go through these steps. Here's Charlie. Let's go through Charlie. First, we will look at the picture. Then we would say the word. Finally, we will listen to the beginning sound. The first sound we are going to listen for is the T sound at the beginning of our CVC word. So, we look at the picture. That is a tag. And here is our second example: sit. Now, I would repeat the words, and I want you to listen carefully for the word which has the T sound at the beginning. Tag, or is it it? Well, if you said tag, you are correct. The T sound is at the beginning of the word tag. So, boys and girls, I invite you to do this second activity with me. We are going to firstly review what we have to do. We are going to look at each picture. We would say the word, and finally, we listen to the beginning sound. We are listening for the sound. We are listening for the sound. Where? At the beginning of the CVC word. Do you know what this picture is? It's a picture of a ham. So the word is ham. And what do we see next? What do we see? We see a man. What do we see? A man. Which of these words have the m sound at the beginning? Is it h, am, or m, an? If you said man, you are correct. So we are listening for the p sound at the beginning of the CVC word. Which sound are we listening for? The p sound. So let's look at our picture. Say the word pan, p-an, pan. And let's look at our second picture. And that lady is holding a mop. Mop. Which of these words begin with the p sound? Which of these words begin with the p sound? Did you say pan? You are correct. Pan begins with the p sound. Now, boys and girls, you are going to identify the beginning sound with your buddy at home. I have my buddy Charlie right here with me. Why Charlie always gives trouble? So, Charlie, let's go through these steps. First, we look at the picture. Then we say the word. And finally, we listen to the beginning sound. Okay, Charlie? Boys and girls, you are doing this at home also. We are listening for the b sound. Which sound? The b sound. And we want to identify it at the beginning of the CVC word. So, here's our first word. We look at the picture. Do you know what that is, boys and girls? And we say the word bug. B-ug, bug. We listen for the sound. B-ug, bug. And here's our second picture. We look at the picture. What is that? It's a web. It is a web. Now, we are listening for the word which has the b sound at the beginning. Charlene, which word has the b sound at the beginning? Boys and girls, which word has the b sound at the beginning? Did you say bug? You are correct. Bug has the b sound at the beginning. Let's do another one. Now we are listening for the n sound. We are listening for the n sound at the beginning of our CVC word. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to listen for the n sound. Which sound? The n sound. And where? At the beginning of our CVC word. So, first we look at the pictures, then we say the words, and finally we listen for the sounds. Do you know what that is? Did you say can? You are correct. That is a can. And here's our second picture. Boys and girls, do you know what that is? That is a net. We are going to listen for the n sound at the beginning of the words. The first word, can. Are you hearing the n sound at the beginning? Can. Well, let's go to the second word, net. N-et, net. which one of these words do we hear the N sound at the beginning? Did you say net? You are correct. The word net has the N sound at the beginning. Now, boys and girls, I know that you are enjoying this lesson and you can identify the beginning sound in our CVC words so far. So now I invite you to try out some on your own. But don't worry, I will be right here with you. So let's go over our steps. First, we would look at the picture. Then we would say the word. Finally, we listen to the beginning sound. We are listening for the D sound. Which sound? The D sound. What is that? It's a picture of something red. Red paint, maybe? So the word is red. The word is red. What sound do we hear at the beginning? Do we hear the D sound? Red. Isn't that a lovely dog? Dog. Which of these words do we hear the D sound at the beginning? Is it in the word red or is it in the word dog? Think for a second, boys and girls. I know that you have this. Did you say dog? You are correct. The D sound is at the beginning of the word dog. Let's do another. T. We are listening for the T sound at the beginning of our words. What do we see? We see a picture of someone washing their hands under a tap. So our word is tap. Do we hear the T sound at the beginning of the word tap? Here's our second picture. It's a picture of a jet. It's a picture of a jet. Which of these words do we hear the T sound? I'm waiting. The T sound is at the beginning of the word tap. Good job, boys and girls. We are listening for the N sound. Which sound? The N sound. That is a picture of a, say the word for me, van. What is it a picture of? It's a picture of a van. Our word is van. Look at that picture. It's a baby taking a nap. Nap. Which of these words do we hear the N sound at the beginning? Is it van or n-ap? Is it van or is it n-ap? Well, if you said nap, you are correct. So here's an activity. We have some pictures. This piglet is wet. We have a cup. We have a hen. Then there's a cap. And mommy is hugging the cat. And that's a picture of a wig. We are going to match the pictures of the words which begin with the same sound. Let's go over the words again. Wet, cup, hen, cap, hug, wig. Now, I want us to focus on the beginning sound. Let's look at the first word, wet. W-et. Which word also begins with the W sound? Is it cap, k-ap? Is it hug, h-ug? ug, or is it wig? W-ig. Did you say wig? That's correct. The words wet and wig begin with the same w sound. So we look at our second word, cup. What sound do we hear at the beginning of the word cup? K-up. So we want to match this to the two remaining words on that side, cap and hug. Is it cap or is it hug? Did you say cap? You are correct. K-up and k-up begin with the beginning sound k. Well, this last one is very easy, isn't it? We have hen, and the only word that's there is hug. And they both begin with the same sound. They both begin with the same sound, h-n and h-ug. What we learned today. And there's Charlie. He's going to go over what we learned today also. We identified the beginning sound in a few CVC words. The beginning sound in CVC words are made by consonants. Thank you very much for listening to this lesson, boys and girls. I hope I see you again. Parents, please visit learn.moe.gov.tt for ECC, primary and secondary activities, where we are helping students to connect and continue learning.